All right, here's a routine for general spine mobility, a little bit of hip range of motion, and some gentle core strengthening. You will need a strap or a belt or a scarf, and potentially a yoga block if you're more comfortable sitting on a bit of a surface. So we're going to start sitting on our mats. You can sit cross-legged, you can have your legs out in front of you, you can tuck your legs whichever way feels comfortable. If you prefer having a block, you can sit up on the block. Sometimes that's a little bit easier to stay in the upright position, takes pressure off in your hips. So find what's comfortable for you. And then once you're set up, you're going to close your eyes. And you're just going to breathe. Trying to relax in this starting position as much as you can, letting go of everything that's happening in your outside world. Start tuning into what's happening inside your body. So you're slowing down the breath as much as you can, so trying to relax your body, relax your nervous system by just doing nice slow inhaling through your nose and exhaling through your nose or your mouth, whatever feels more natural. And just letting go, letting your body sink down into the floor, into your mat. All right, open your eyes. You're going to place your hands at the base of your rib cage, and you're going to try and focus your breathing in through this area. So as you inhale, you're going to feel your ribs expand side to side, and as you exhale, you're going to feel your ribs come down back to normal position. So inhaling, they're winging out, expanding, and as you exhale, feel your ribs sort of come down and relax into regular position. So go ahead, try and focus your breath in the lower part of your ribs. This is a part of your body that when tension is accumulated in the area, it can often lead to more stress and anxiety. So if you have accumulated stress and anxiety in your life, this is a good area to try and work on to release tension and release any accumulated tightness in the area. So starting with breath. As we move along through our session, we're going to be moving a lot through that area, trying to free up any kinks, any old blockages, and create space and freedom. Changing the patterns. You can rest your arms down, keep breathing in through the rib cage. So think of the whole circumference of your ribs from the front to the back and try and expand out to the side, but also think of expanding front and back. So expanding through the whole base of the rib cage in all directions, front, back, side to side. Good, one more breath. And release. Good, keeping your hands on your thighs. We're going to start moving our spine, tucking the tail, rounding the back, and then coming straight up and maybe extending a little bit forward. Inhale, tuck the tail, round back, exhale, come up, and come into extension. Keep going. Rounding back, arching forward. So as you're rounding back, it's kind of more of a surrendering process, and as you come forward, it's like a chest opening the heart towards the front. You can make this movement as quickly or as slowly as you want. Quicker movements will help to nudge things to open up. Slow movement will give the body a chance to relax and surrender a little bit more. So find what feels right for you today. Every day is different. Start to tune in to what your body likes. Become aware. Good. Come back to neutral. Take a breath into your bottom ribs. Exhale, soften, let everything go. Let your sit bones support your body weight. So let your body relax as much as you can in this position. Good. Arms to your side. We're going to bring our arms forward so the backs of the hands touch. And then open palms, face the front, pull your shoulder blades together. So rounding forward and then pulling everything back. So you can choose the speed that feels right for you. Quicker speed will help to loosen up the joints and free up movement, and slower movement will be more prone to relaxing the soft tissue. So ask your body or tune into your body what feels right for you today. Make it as quick or as slow as you want, but keep alternating. So we're kind of adding a little bit of flexion and extension of the spine as you're moving through the arm bones. Last one. And release, arms to the side. Close your eyes, deep breath. Down to your ribs, exhale, soften the shoulders, soften the collarbones, the shoulder blades, and the whole rib cage. Breathe in. Think of expanding to the sides, front and back on the inhale. Soften and release on the exhale. One more breath. And release. Good work. Arms out, T position, palms really turn to face the ceiling. So make sure your hands are as flat as you can make them without pain. Keep your arms shoulder level. Good. We're going to be rotating to the right. And back to center. Over to the left. Back to center. Inhale right. Exhale center. Inhale left. And center. Keep going. Now start to tune in to what feels right for your body. Do you prefer going quick with the movement? Because that feels right and that feels good on your joints? Or do you prefer slow, controlled movement? Be mindful, whichever speed you choose, that you're doing everything with the least amount of effort. So don't go to the end and feel like, oh yeah, I really feel the muscles working and I really feel everything tightening. I want you to move without feeling any tightening. So sometimes when you go slow, we tend to really cramp the muscles and tighten, and then we start building tension through our bodies. So no tension. Choose the speed that feels right for you and release the arms down. Nice work. Close your eyes. Breathe through the base of your ribs. Expand sideways and front and back, and exhale and soften and surrender through the ribs, through the shoulders, the chest. Relax the neck. Enjoy the expansion as you inhale. Enjoy the softening, surrendering, and letting go on the exhale. Good. Right hand comes down to the floor, left hand up towards the ceiling. Bend your right elbow, side bend to the right. Back to center, switch sides. Bend the elbow, side bend. Inhale over. Exhale, center. Inhale. Now choose the speed. Sometimes slow movement just feels so good, and you can stay focused more. So your attention is more what's going on. Sometimes when we go quickly, we lose focus. Sometimes it's the opposite. If we go too slow, our mind starts to be distracted and we start thinking of other things. You figure out what works for you. Inhaling over, exhaling center. Good. Back to center, arms come down. Close your eyes, breathe into your lower ribs. Create space side to side, front to back. Surrender on the exhale. Use the least amount of effort sitting up. Good. Shoulders up to your ears, shrug and drop, and lift to your ears and drop, and lift and drop. Keep going. Find your speed. Inhaling and exhaling through the movement. So use your breath. I inhale up, I exhale down. Few more. And release. Close your eyes. Breathe into your bottom ribs. Let it go. Good. You're going to remove the block from underneath you. You're going to push that to the side. You're going to bring your legs out in front of you, and you're going to bring them in V formation. Feet are nice and flat. Don't have to go extremely wide. You don't have to, it's not about stretching your inner thighs so much. It's more of a core strengthening. You're going to sit as tall as you're capable of. If you need to bend your knees, bend your knees. Arms out in T position, palms face the ceiling. Inhale, rotate your body to the right. Exhale, reach your baby finger towards the baby toe. It's like you're sawing off the toe. Your back hand reaches in the opposite direction, so away from you. So your arms are reaching away from each other and reaching back. And then back to center, palms face the ceiling. Inhale over, exhale, reach. Hold for inhale. Exhale all the way back to center. Inhale over. Exhale, reach finger to toe. Opposite fingers reach in the direction behind you. And then exhale up. Inhale over. Reach. Hold and exhale up. Over, inhale. Exhale, reach. Inhale. Exhale up. Inhale and reach and hold. Back to center. Inhale over. Reach. Breathe and center. Last one. Inhale and reach. Hold. Exhale all the way up. Pull your knees back into center. Shake that out. Nice work. We're going to have our knees bent. We're going to go into a half roll back. Arms are going to be out in front of you. Shoulders are super relaxed. Arms are relaxed. Feet are flat. You're going to take a breath to start. As you exhale, tuck the tail round the back, halfway. Hold here. Breathe in. Exhale, tuck the chin, round it back up. Inhale, tall. Exhale, roll. Hold, and back up. And tuck and come back. And hold. Exhale up. Inhale, tall. Exhale, roll. Hold, come back. Inhale, roll back. Hold the position here. Float the right arm open. Sweep back to center. Left side. Inhale, open. Exhale, center. And switch. Inhale. And center. And left. And center. Keep breathing. And center. See if you can breathe through the base of your ribs as you're doing this. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Hold here. And tuck your chin, round yourself up. Straighten your legs, shake it out. Nice work. All right, you're going to roll over onto your side, whichever side you want. You're going to have your elbow directly under your shoulder, knees are bent, heels are in line with your tailbone. Top hand cradles your ribs. Let's start with rib arcs. Pulling up tall on your arm and then dropping down to the floor. Inhale up, exhale down. Inhale up, exhale down. So we're mobilizing the ribs here. And down, using some core muscles. Good, this time you're gonna hold here. Arm comes up towards the ceiling. You can hold this position and breathe, or if it's there for you, you're gonna anchor your knees into the mat and you're gonna lift your bum. Side bridge, hold here. As you exhale, lower down. Inhale, lift. Exhale, down. Inhale, lift. Good. Exhale, down. Keep going like this, or if you're up for it, inhale, hold. Exhale, arm arc. Inhale, reach the arm up. Exhale, arc. Inhale up. Exhale, arc. And lower all the way down. Nice work. You're going to slide your way all the way down to your side. Use your arm for support for your head. You can bend your elbow or keep the arm straight. Straighten the top leg, foot flat. Make sure your body is completely in line. Top hand can be on the floor just in front of you. Pull your ribs back. Pull belly button in towards your spine. Protect the alignment of your spine. Don't lose that. And lift the leg and lower. Lift and lower. Your kneecap is facing forward. Your foot stays flat. The movement's happening in the socket here. So there's a ball rolling in a socket. Everything is engaged, keeping everything else in good alignment so that the leg can move freely. So the leg should be as relaxed as you can make it. So don't keep your leg tense. The leg's doing what it's supposed to do with the least amount of effort. Good. You're going to lift and hold. You're going to draw circles going towards the front. Don't let your body sway forward or back. And then hold here and switch the circle, go back. Good, and stay at hip height. Point your toes. You're going to bring the leg forward, drop the foot, tap the floor, lift the leg, pull it back behind you, and then drop the foot, tap the floor. Inhale up, exhale, tap. Inhale up and over, exhale, tap. Inhale up, exhale down. Keep going. So the secret here is as your leg comes behind you, you don't want to arch your back, so you got to keep the core engaged. Keep everything as straight as possible so that the only thing moving is your leg. One more forward, one more back. Back to center, bend your knee. Nice work. You're going to lie on your back. You're going to keep your knees bent. Your feet are hip distance apart. Arms are going to float up towards the ceiling. You're going to pelvic tilt forward and back. And then you're going to stop halfway between a flat and an arch back, so in neutral. Your ribs are going to be heavy into the floor, so there should be a little space in your low back. Keep the space. Engage your abdominals in and wide. Palm touches palm. Thoracic rotations, going to the right. Both arms over to the right. Left shoulder blade comes off the floor. Back to center. To the left. Right shoulder blade comes up. And center. Inhale over. Exhale, center. So there's no sliding of your hands. There's no bending of the elbows, so your hands stay in contact. As you inhale over to one side, exhale, center. So for core strengthening, which is what we're focusing on right now, you want to keep the movement slow and controlled. Make sure your chin is tucked so that your head is not in extension. So keep the chin tucked. Keep your abdominals engaged. And your legs are not moving. They're not swaying side to side, but they're staying relaxed. So no tension through your legs. Last one. Back to center and release your arms down to your side. Palm faces the floor. You're going to bring your knees together, feet together, and bring your arms out into T position. Drop both your knees over to the right. So your feet stay glued together. There's no sliding of your knees or your ankles so that your left foot's off the floor, and then back to center. So as your knees go over, your opposite foot's off the floor, it stays glued. The both feet stay glued together. So inhale over, exhale, center. Inhale over, exhale, center. So try and relax your legs as much as you can. So try not to make it about a leg exercise. Make it more of a core strengthening exercise. So make your spine do the work. So you're going over, keeping your legs relaxed, and then drive your pelvis down towards the floor to drag your legs back with you. So the legs are going along for the ride. The spine, the pelvis, it is what leads the movement. So you're using your abdominals, you're using your core. Inhaling over, exhaling, pulling everything back to center. Good, one more each side. Good, and release, arms come down to your sides. Good. You're going to bring your knees in towards your chest as far as you can bring them without forcing too much, and then add the arms, pulling the knees a little further into the chest. Release the legs, drop the feet down. Inhale, knees come up. Exhale, a little bit of extra. Pull, and then drop the feet down. Inhale up. Exhale, pull. Inhale up, exhale down. Again, in, pull, come back up, and feet come down. Inhale in, exhale tug. Inhale up, exhale down. Two more. Inhale up, exhale down. Last one, inhale and pull. Release and drop down. Nice work. Take a breath here. And let go. Think of breathing through your bottom ribs, inhaling, widening side to side, front to back. And release. Good. You're going to bring your arms back into T position. You're going to pull your knees up into your chest a little bit. We're going to repeat the same thing with your feet off the floor. Knees to the right, inhale. Exhale, center. Inhale to the left. So you don't have to go all the way down to the floor. You want your opposite shoulder to stay grounded. So see how far you're comfortable going without that shoulder blade coming off your mat or off the floor. Inhaling. Over, exhaling, center. If you want, you can add head rotation in the opposite direction of your knees. So inhale, knees to the right, head turns left. Exhale, center. One more each side. Good. And release your feet down. Good. Arms come down to your side. Let's repeat knees to chest. Knees come in. Tug knees into your chest a little further. Lift your head off the ground if it's there for you. Drop the head. Release the knees. Drop the feet. Inhale, pull in. Exhale, bring the knees further. Chin or forehead to knees. Inhale, back up. Exhale, drop the feet. Inhale in. Exhale, pull. Inhale, release. Exhale, down. Keep going. If it's not comfortable lifting your head, keep your head on the floor. Last one. And let it go. Nice work. Bring your feet hip distance apart. Take a moment. Take some breaths into your lower rib cage, side to side, front to back, expanding on the inhale. Surrendering, letting go, softening everything on the exhale. Good. Walk your feet close to your bum. Activate your arms into the floor. So push the palms, the forearms, and the upper arm bone. Push that down into the floor. You should feel your shoulder blade muscles, especially in the armpit area. You should feel those muscles activate. Make sure you're neutral. So you might have to pelvic tilt a couple of times. Find halfway between flat and arch back. Pull your rib cage down into the floor. Squeeze your bum muscles and lift up into bridge. Hold for a breath. Exhale all the way down. So the first few we're not going to articulate, so everything goes up at once and comes down at once. Push your arms down, squeeze your bum, exhale, lift. Inhale, drop. Exhale, lift. Inhale, drop. And lift. And drop. And lift. And drop. Next one we're going to hold, lift and hold. Stay there. Drop the right hip down a couple of inches and push it back up. Inhale, drop the left. Exhale, back up. Inhale, right down. Exhale, lift. Left and lift. Switch and lift. Drop and lift. Few more. Lift. Lift. Last set. Inhale, drop. Exhale, lift. Stay at the top. Think of reaching your knees away from your head. So keeping the body long. Your arms are pushing down, activating under your shoulder blades in your armpit area. Good. Now you're going to soften the breastbone and you're going to start to articulate your way down. So one vertebrae at a time. So let 1 inch come down at a time. Take your time all the way down until your whole pelvis is flat on the floor. Take a breath. As you exhale, push your arms, squeeze your bum, lift up into bridge. Good. Hold here. You're gonna soften the breastbone, start to articulate down, one vertebrae at a time. And release. When your pelvis hits the floor, take a deep breath. Exhale, push through your feet. Push down with your arms up into bridge. Hold. Slowly start to come down. Don't hold your breath. Make sure you're breathing. It may take a few breaths to make your way down. Once you get close to your lower ribs, I want you to pause. So once most of your upper back and middle back's touching the floor, your low back's still off the ground, you're going to hold. And you're going to imagine that your bum is sitting on a skateboard, and you're going to shift the skateboard to the right, shift the skateboard to the left. So the knees are not moving, just your bum is shifting side to side. Shift and shift. And keep breathing. Don't hold your breath. So half of your spine is suspended in the air, the other half is resting on your mat, and you're shifting your bum from right to left. Your knees are staying exactly where they started. So they don't really move. Good. Back to center and continue articulating all the way down to the ground. Nice work. Deep breath. Exhale, soften everything, let everything go. Don't go into bridge here. Take a moment. Deep breath again. Start activating your arms into the floor. Squeeze your bum. Lift up into bridge. This time, you're going to float your arms up towards the ceiling and back behind your head. Keep your arms there. And on your next exhalation, start to come down one vertebra at a time. So the breastbone is heavy, then the next level, and then the next. When you get to the lower rib cage, you're going to pause one more time, shifting your hips side to side. Try and keep your knees in line. So make sure your knees are not too far apart. There's like the width of a yoga block between your knees. So you might want to take a peek with your eyes. Make sure your knees are not too wide. Back to center. Continue articulating down one vertebra at a time. And when the pelvis hits the floor, take a deep breath. And on the exhale, float the arms up and slowly lower them back down to your side. Nice work. You're going to grab your strap. You can have it looped or not. Doesn't really matter. You're going to place it under your right foot. So your foot's going to come up towards the ceiling. Your kneecap is facing your head, so make sure your leg is nice and straight. You're in the center of the foot. And you're going to grab hold of both ends of the strap with your hands. So you're pulling on your foot, making the foot a little bit flat. You may have to bend your knee if you don't have enough flexibility. That's fine. You're going to straighten your left leg. And you're going to start to rotate your leg bone in and out. So you're moving your leg in and out. So your toes are pointing one direction, then the other. So your leg is staying straight in front of you, rotating in and out. You can go fairly quickly here. We're trying to just release the hip joint, so coaxing movement, so you can go a little bit more rapidly. And you're going to release. Good work. You're going to grab both straps with your right hand. Left hand will go into T position. You're going to let your leg fall over to the right. Don't let your left hip bone come up off the floor. So only go as far as you're comfortable going without losing contact with the floor. You can rest your elbow on the floor, your right elbow for support. And you're going to start to rotate the leg bone. Same as when your leg was straight, but now you're off to the side. It's a little bit more challenging, a little bit more resistance. That's okay. Doing quick enough movements, kind of coaxing things to free up in that hip joint. Back to center. Switch hand hold, right arm in T position, cross midline. And when you reach as far as you can go without too much tension. You're going to start to rotate your leg bone in and out. For some people, that hip will come up off the floor. That's fine. For some of you, you barely cross midline and it's already super intense. That's fine too. Find your edge and work from there. The idea is to increase flexibility from wherever you're tight, so don't overdo it. Back to center, switch hand hold, left hand goes into T. Turn your leg bone outwards so your toes are pointing towards the right. Drop the leg over to the right side. And just hold. Try not to allow the left hip to come off the floor. So go as far as you can go with your leg turned outwards. And hold for a breath. Again, another breath. One last time. Pull back to center, switch hand hold. Turn your leg bone inwards so your toes are pointing to the left. Cross midline. Find your edge where you get a good stretch, but you can still breathe and you can stay relaxed. See if you can relax as much as you can. Hold for 3 breaths. Back to center, bend your knee, release the legs, straighten it onto your mat. Arms down to your side, take a moment, bring your awareness into that hip, into that leg, and just let it all go. Good. Bring the strap, place it under your left foot. Legs straight up in the air. Bend your knee if you have to. Pull down on the strap so you're flattening that foot. Hold the strap with both hands. Start to rotate the leg bone in and out. Good. Grab both straps with the left hand, right arm goes in T position. Drop the leg to the left as far as you can go. Don't let that right hip come off the floor. When you reach your limit, start to rotate in and out. Back to center. Switch hand hold, left arm in T, cross midline with your leg. Find your edge, find your limit, start to rotate the leg bone. Typically, it's a lot harder when you do it in this position. There's more resistance, there's more tissue, more dense tissue that's put on stretch, so it's a little bit more hard, more difficult. Good, back to center, switch hand hold. Right arm in T. Turn your leg bone outwards. Toes point towards the left. Drop the leg as far as you can go. Don't let that right hip come off the floor. And hold. See how much you can relax in this pose, especially the leg, the inner thigh. Keep the leg bone turned outward. You could be feeling this stretch in a lot of different areas depending on where you hold tightness. It could be in your inner thigh, in your hip, in your back. It could be in the opposite hip, opposite back. Back to center. Switch hand hold. Turn your leg bone inwards, cross midline. See how far you're comfortable going. And then breathe and try and relax. Back to center, release the strap, straighten the leg out onto your mat. Arms at your side, turn your palms to face the ceiling and just bring your awareness into that leg, into that hip, and try and relax as much as you can. Good. Bend one knee, bend the other. Roll over onto your side and push yourself up. We're going to be working the opposite side as we did a while ago. So prop yourself up onto your elbow. Heels in line with your tailbone, knees are bent. Top hand cradles the ribs underneath. You're going to start inhaling, pulling up. Exhaling, drop. Inhale up. Exhale, drop. Inhale. And down. And hold this time. Arm will come up towards the ceiling. If it's there for you, exhale, lift the bum. Inhale, lower. Exhale, lift. Push down on your knees and lower. Up and lower. This time you're going to lift and hold. If this is challenging enough, you stay there. If you can add more, reach over. This time, inhale. Exhale, back up. Inhale, arch. Exhale up. Inhale over. One more. And up, drop the bum, and release yourself all the way down. The arm supports your head. Straighten the top leg, take a peek, make sure you're straight, flat foot. Pull your rib cage back, engage your abdominals. When you're ready, lift and lower. So least amount of effort through that leg, trying to engage your core, stabilizing you nice and straight, and the leg just floats up and floats down. Kneecap faces forward. Good. You're going to hold this next one, and you're going to start to draw circles in one direction. Keep your kneecap facing forward. Good. Reverse the direction. Good. Hold the leg straight, point your toes. Draw the leg forward, drop the foot, tap the floor. Inhale up and over to the back behind you. Drop, tap the floor. Inhale up and over. Inhale up. Exhale down. Inhale up. Exhale down. Making sure that when your leg goes behind you, your back is going to want to arch, but you're engaging your core and you're not allowing the spine to move. The leg is floating, so you're using the least amount of effort through the leg. It's your core that's stabilizing you, allowing that leg to do what it needs to do. One more set. Inhaling up and forward. And then inhaling up and back. Good. Bend your knee. Nice work. You're going to roll onto your belly. Forehead to floor. Arms in cactus position or robot arms. Pubic bone gently pressing down into your mat. Pulling your belly button away from the floor, so engaging your abdominals. Think of your front lower ribs. It's like you want to disengage them from the floor. So pull them a little bit away from the floor, engaging more core. Good. Take a breath here. As you exhale, float both arms up off the floor. So elbows and wrists will float up and then lower back down.
Inhale up, exhale down. So shoulder blades come closer together on the way up. Shoulder blades relax and come apart on the way down. Inhale up, exhale down. Inhale up, exhale down. Make sure you're not bringing your shoulders close to your ears on the way up or on the way down. Keeping the shoulders away from the ears. Inhale up and exhale down. Release completely. Good. Arms down at your side. Palms will actually face the floor. Legs will come together. You're going to squeeze your bum muscles, squeeze your legs together, and release. Squeeze your legs together, squeeze your bum, and release. Squeeze the bum, squeeze the legs, and release. Good. Squeeze the bum, squeeze the legs, hold. Pubic bone towards the floor. Lift your legs up slightly off the floor, and release. Legs together, squeeze the bum, pubic bone down, lift, and release completely. Legs, bum, pubic down, lift, and down. Last one, legs, bum, and lift, and lower down. Good. Staying in this position, you're going to float your head up off the floor without lifting your head. So keeping the back of the neck long, you're going to just lift the head, keep looking down at your mat, and lower down. Exhale, lift, pubic bone pushes down, and lower. Lift, keep the neck long, and lower. Lift, and lower. Good. Legs together, pubic bone down, squeeze the bum. Lift the legs, lift the head, back of the neck stays long. If it's there for you, lift your breastbone a little bit higher and lift your arms off the floor. Breathe and lower down. Inhale, squeeze the legs, squeeze the bum. Keep breathing, pubic bone goes down step by step. Hover the head, neck stays long. Peel the chest if you can, lift your arms, lift your legs. Hold and breathe. Hold and breathe. Hold and breathe. And slowly lower down with control. Release everything. Take a breath. Release, let it go. On your next inhale, bring your legs together. Exhale, squeeze the bum, push the pubic bone. Inhale, hover the head. Exhale, lift the arms, lift the legs. Pull the breastbone off the floor and breathe. And breathe. And breathe. And drop all the way down. Stack your hands under your forehead and let everything go. Push yourself up onto your hands and knees. Walk your knees in. Bring your knees wide. Toes touch. Bring the bum back. Forehead to floor. Arms could be out in front of you or they could be down beside you. We're going to take a few breaths in this position, letting go of any tension we accumulated in that last exercise. Slowly bring yourself back up. We're going to go back to our original sitting position from beginning of class. If you need a block, you're going to prop yourself up on your block.
Going to sit with your legs in whatever position feels right for you. Get comfortable, arms resting on your thighs. Close your eyes. And just breathe. Going back to our original breath of inhaling in the lower part of our ribs, going out side to side and front and back. So expanding in all four directions, and exhaling, surrendering and letting go. Let your sits bones support your body weight. Try and relax your spine as much as possible in the sitting position. How little effort can you use sitting up? Relax. Relax your ribs. Relax your low back. Relax your belly. You can continue just enjoying inhaling and exhaling in a relaxed way. Or if you want to try something a little different, you can take an inhale through your lower ribs. So think of it expanding sideways and front and back. And then holding the shape of that inhalation so your ribs will have expanded. And then you're staying in the expanded state and you're softening the diaphragm. So you're exhaling, thinking of that big muscle inside your rib cage. It softens as you exhale, but you stay expanded. And then when the diaphragm is soft, then you let the whole rib cage come down back to its normal position. So inhaling, expanding side, front, and back, expanding the ribs. Staying expanded, exhaling, softening the diaphragm, letting that part go. And then when you're at the end of that softening, letting the ribs come back down to that starting position. A few more breaths like that. Inhaling, expanding. Keeping the expansion, exhaling, softening inside the ribs, so the diaphragm, and then when that releases completely, keep softening and letting the rib cage come down completely. The last one, inhaling, expanding. Exhaling, softening the inside first through exhale, and then slowly letting the ribs relax. Good. Few normal breaths here. So don't think of breathing through your ribs, just think of breathing as naturally as possible, whichever way your body wants to breathe. Letting go of control here. Keeping your eyes closed. Last few seconds of letting go and being tuned in to what's happening in your inner world before you get back to your outer world. Last breath. Good. Open your eyes. Great job.